Yo, what's up, Type Gang? Today's video, we're back with another Clash Royale video, and today's video I'm going to be showing you the best deck to use for Arena 10 Hog Mountain. At this arena, we unlock Elite Barbarians, Core, Minion Horde, Furnace, Hunter, Golem, Ram Rider, and the Lava Hound. One little, the only really good card in this little batch of cards that we get are probably Elite Barbarians. If used right, there's a couple decks you can use with them as the win conditions, and they're really effective. We're not going to be using them in today's deck, but I would check them out. They are cheeky little cards. The Furnace is alright, I suppose. The Hunter, I don't know if it's ever been buffed. I can never decide between the two. Is buffed when they become gooder, and nerfed when they become badder. I think that's the way it goes. But yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's just get into the deck then. Alright, so the deck we're going to be using for today's video in Arena 10 is a bit of a controversial one. Obviously, you can call me a little sweat or whatever you want in the comments, but we're going to be using the main man, the Mega Knight. It's just, you can't not use him. He's just an absolute tank. Destroys towers, is really good on the defense, has a bunch of health, does splash damage. He's literally everything you could ever ask for in a card. But I understand that at Arena 10, some of you might not have him yet. Arena 10 is quite high up though, so most of you probably will have him. If you don't have him, then I would just suggest using the P.E.K.K.A. Does the same kind of job, but obviously the Mega Knight's just a lot better at it. But yeah, anyway, next we're going to go for the mini P.E.K.K.A. You can't leave him out. He's too good. Defensively, offensively, he's just an absolute tank. Has a bunch of health, does so much damage, and literally can be the difference between winning a game or not. And then next we're going to go for the Skeleton Army. Again, really nice defensive card. Only 3 elixir, just absolutely swarms the opponent. As long as they don't have like a spell on cycle or anything, it can just, yeah, it's really good on the defense. And then next we're going to go for the Baby Dragon. I love using this card in a bunch of my decks, especially in the low arenas, because has a bunch of health, so it can act as a tank, and also does splash damage, so it's really useful on the defense. But it can also be pretty good on the offense as well, I suppose. And then next we're going to go for the Goblin Barrel. You guys know how much I love this card. 3 elixir. If there's something tanking for it, then this thing can just go and take towers. But even if there's not something tanking for it, like you just saw in that little clip, didn't easy like 600 damage by itself. So this thing can really like take towers easily and just be that little bit extra to get you above your opponent, you know. And then next you're going to go for, what are we going to go for next? Oh yes, the cheeky little fella. I think we get him in Arena 9. The Dark Goblin, 3 elixir, really nice card on the defense, possibly offense as well, I suppose, but mainly the defense, because as you can see here, something kind of needs to be tanking for it, like as you can see here, the Knight is, because it has like no health, but does a decent amount of damage, but it shoots it really fast, like 0.7 seconds hit speed, so literally it's shooting them really fast, so it can just absolutely drill into your opponent's attack. And yeah, it's just a really nice defensive card to have. And then to finish off this deck, we're going to go for the Fireball and the Log. I understand you might not have the Log. If you don't have the Log, just use the Zap. Does the same kind of thing, just Log kind of does it better, I think, personally. But yeah, anyway, there is the best Arena 10 deck. Let's get into some games with it then, shall we? Let's do this. Okay guys, first match of the day. Let's see how we played this one out. So we start off the game like usual, just getting the elixir up, seeing what our opponent's going to do. We go for a little cheeky at the very start, catch him off guard. We go for a Mega Knight at bridge, which is a bit of an interesting play to be honest, but kind of works. The goblin barrel gets a bunch of they all get one individual hit on tower, which does a cheeky little 300 damage, which will definitely take. Here I remember this. I was so annoyed because I didn't know if the mini P.E.K.K.A. was going to be killed in time or not, so I was like, oh, I better just be safe than sorry, because if he did land a hit, that's like 600 damage gone. So I was just like, I'll better be safe than sorry. Did the skeleton army, which kind of didn't work because it had already died by then, so it was a bit of a waste of 3 elixir, but oh well, we move. Defend the baby dragon easily with our counter baby dragon. They go for a little tombstone here. Build up the skeletons, but I'm not too worried about that at the moment. They go for a graveyard as well, which is in their deck is kind of their win condition here. The goblin, dark goblin, as you saw there, kind of just destroyed everything. I didn't really need that Mega Knight, to be honest, because the dark goblin was sweeping up. But we start a cheeky little attack here with the dark goblin, Mega Knight, and goblin barrel. Obviously the dark goblin gets killed, Mega Knight gets his land on tower, so does the goblin barrel. They get a couple hits off. Mega Knight gets so many hits off, literally takes the tower all the way down to 410 health, but now we've got to defend this little counter attack here. Go for a little skeleton army to take out that mini P.E.K.K.A. and that fireball was supposed to hit the blinking donkey what am I trying to say? The baby dragon, that's the one. They go for another graveyard because they know I've got no elixir left, so they're literally just rinsing me. But luckily we just managed to get out of that one without taking too much damage. But we go for another goblin barrel, which they kind of predicted quite easily this time. Now they're pushing forward another attack. I don't really know what to do here. I had no air troops, which is but unfortunate, but we still managed to defend it fairly easily anyway, so it's alright. This fireball, I would have preferred it to push the mini P.E.K.K.A. away from our tower, if I'm honest, but obviously we got a bit unfortunate there. He lands 2 hits on tower, but as long as we can just take this left tower and then defend, we should be alright. Which, as you can see, the Mega Knight's just tanking for the goblin barrel to go over there and just take the tower, and now we just have to defend. The skeleton army is going to take out this the goblin barrel, and there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, 1-0. Let's get on to second replay then, shall we? Let's do this. Alright, second replay it is. Let's do this. Code KFC. Love it. Finger licking good. Alright, so obviously building up our elixir here. Waiting to see what our opponent does. He has the Royal Hogs, which is such an annoying card to defend against. But Skeleton Army manages to kind of take it out with the log as well. And then Witch, and again, a really annoying card to play against, I think. But we managed to take that out fairly easily. Positive elixir as well, I think. And as you can see here, the dark goblin gets a bunch of hits on tower, whilst the baby dragon's tanking. Also the goblin barrel gets a bunch of hits off, so that's a 1,500 damage done already, which is insane. And now we want to take this princess out here, because you know how annoying princesses can be, just sat on the bridge where they cannot be touched, shooting a bunch of moonpig.coms over there. Oh, what did I just say? I don't even know. Moonpig.com. But yeah, and then they're pushing attack with this Mega Knight here, which, oh my god, I remember this. I was literally just crying because I had nothing to defend it. I couldn't defend it, so I kind of just had to admit defeat on this tower, to be honest. I finally managed to do my Mega Knight, but at that point it was kind of like all gone. Yeah, it all went to shambles here, really. I was tempted to just give up the game and just leave it, because I was like, yeah, there's literally no point. He's just absolutely roasted me here. But then I realised, actually, if I can just take this left tower here, then I might still be in the game. And then obviously that skeleton army got left unprotected, and there we go, one little tiny attack. It's only 6 elixir, and we managed to take one tower and get the right tower only down to 800 health. So from that little shambles of me not being able to defend for my life, we still managed to cut them out, like, still winning the game somehow. So it's 1-1 now, obviously, but I've done a lot more damage to his right tower than he has done to mine. So it's looking fairly decent now. We fireball the witch, obviously, because I just hate witches so much. They do go for the Valkyrie as well. Go for the baby dragon. No, I don't. I wait for the Mega Knight, actually, and then that takes out absolutely everything. Then Skeleton Army to take out the hogs. And now Mega Knight's going on the attack. We go for a Goblin Barrel protected by the baby dragon. Goblin Barrel gets a couple hits on tower. Does it take it? No, it gets it down to 67 health. And here I remember I was kind of just like playing with them a little bit. So I was kind of just kept defending. My priority was on defending. I know I had that fireball there just chilling, so I could use it at any time to take the tower. I think I just ripped the band-aid off here. Yeah, I just go for it just to be safe. And there we go. All we have to do here is defend, and there we have it. Easy peasy from being absolutely god awful at defending to winning the game. And there we go. Yeah, that was an interesting little game. Roller coaster of emotions. But yeah, there we have it. Here is the best deck to use for Arena 10 in Clash Royale. If this video did help you out or you did enjoy, please go hit the like button for starters. Liking the video does more than you think it does. It helps me out so much. Hit the subscribe button as well, notifications on, all of that jazz. And I'll see you in the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye for now. See ya.